Thanks, Sean. Now, our next guest, Rugby League prop Keegan Hirst, has become the first British player to publicly say he's gay.
Women's sport has a number of openly gay athletes, but there are still very few sportsmen who say that they're gay while at the height of their profession. Here's Sean with more.
The Batley Bulls captain has worked as a builder, doorman and in factories, and by his own admission, ticked every macho box. But after coming out, Keegan Hirst says it shouldn't be taboo for sportsmen to be openly gay. He's received support from former Wales Rugby Union captain Gareth Thomas, who came out in 2009, the first professional sportsman in the world to do so whilst still playing. Tom Daly sought advice from Thomas before bravely making his admission.
I met someone and, well, that someone is a guy.
The Olympic bronze medalist is happy to be pictured with his boyfriend, but others have waited until retirement, including former Premier League footballer Thomas Hitzelsberger and the 5 times Olympic champion Ian Thorpe. He said he couldn't admit his sexuality while still swimming. The pressure led to depression and alcohol problems. That inner torment was shared by Hirst, who wants to help make it easier for others in sport to discuss their sexuality.
Well, Keegan Hirst joins us now. Good to see you this morning.
Morning.
My goodness, so this only became public, didn't it, on Sunday?
Yeah.
First of all, why did you feel you wanted to make a public announcement in that way?
Because it took me a long time to feel all right in my own skin, and I thought if I could help other people feel comfortable sooner, then, you know, it'd be an help.
And how has it been?
It's been manic. Social media's gone mad. I thought my phone was going to melt. But yeah, it's been really good. Some messages. There's a guy tweeted yesterday saying that because he'd read my story, he'd had courage to come out. So I'd like help. If I've helped one guy, then that's a good thing.
Which is brilliant. Well, there's more than one. I mean, we've been looking at, the reaction on Twitter. We've had so many comments in supportive this morning. But how hard was it for you thinking about that decision to speak about it publicly and maybe fearing what reaction you might get?
Yeah, it was tough. Obviously, playing rugby and it's real masculine. It's, having an image about being tough and everything. But I thought that I could help break down maybe stereotypes that people have, perceptions that people have of gay guys. I don't think I fit any of those stereotypes, so that was my thinking behind it.
So many people already, even this morning when we said you were coming on, have contacted us to say how brilliant they think you're doing. But I know it's been a very tough road to you, hasn't it, to get to a position where you can sit here confidently and talk about this. Because you first had feelings of being gay when you were 15.
Yeah.
Presumably you were already a brilliant player at that point.
No.
Oh, well, I bet you were. I bet you stood out among the rest of the people that were at school with you and all of that. Did you feel that there was some clash, basically, between being a successful rugby player and being gay?
No, I mean, at that time I didn't have it right in my own head. I didn't think it was possible for me to be gay. It was, I couldn't admit it to myself. I couldn't say it in my head, never mind say it out loud. So I just thought it'd go away. I just thought it was a phase I was going through. And obviously when it's still there years later, it's not. But I started playing rugby because I fell in love with the game. It just turned out I was all right at it. So it wasn't like it was a conscious cover-up or anything. I just happened to fall into it.
But so much so, I mean, you went on a difficult personal journey as well. You were married, you got children, and so that was a difficult conversation for you to have to, face opening up to this with your wife as well.
Yeah, I mean, she was the first person I told, and it was tough. And she's found it hard, but, same with anybody who you tell. I think once they've had a bit of time to get their head around it, they come to terms with it. I mean, when I spoke to my mum about it, she was upset. She was really confused. And people are going to react differently. Most people have taken it well, but then give them a bit of time, let them get it right in their head. Because you've got to think you're dropping it on the toes. I've had time to get my head around it, but they haven't. It's something new to them.
But also, I guess it's something that, you've kept personal to you for that long, and the people close to you then would be feeling, that because you hadn't spoken about it, that's probably the bit that they'd find hard, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think that was the case with my mum. She was upset that she didn't know. She should know because she was my mum. and we've all been really close. So.
Have you thought about why it is that so few professional sportsmen feel comfortable with talking about being gay? It seems strange. We're 2015, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know, gay people can get married. There's all sorts of changes and evolution has taken place.
Yeah, definitely.
Why do you think it is that it's still so tough?
I think because, well, one, as a man, it's hard to admit to your friends and family. There's even though it's more acceptable, there's still a bit of a stigma attached to it, and definitely in sport, because there's no, you know, not many gay sportsmen who are playing currently. People think I don't want to be the first, or I don't want to, you know, put myself out there, and I suppose you're exposing yourself a little bit to potential, you know, abuse or whatever, whether it be from fans or players or social media, but. And that's what I thought, that's how I had it in my head, but the reaction has been nothing like that. I suppose you always think the worst, but it's been really good, really positive. So hopefully, you know, I don't think there'll be like a Spartacus thing where everyone comes out and says I'm gay, but, you know, if a couple of people...
As a consequence.
Yeah, then that's a good thing, and that'll help normalise it, and hopefully one day, you know, a sportsman who's playing being gay won't be news.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
Well, look, it's great to speak to you, and it's great to see you so happy and comfortable with all your decisions.
Yeah, thank you.
Good
Thanks
luck.
for coming in.
Cheers.